What if the next robot you meet isn't programmed, but actually learns from you? Meet Tesla Optimus Gen 3.
I think it's going to be the biggest product of all time by far.
A machine that watches, adapts, and improves like a human. But how does it learn without code? Can it really replace human labor? Or work alongside us? Is it all hype? And how is it different from the infamous Boston Dynamics Atlas? Let's find out everything you need to know about the Tesla Optimus Gen 3 in this video.
Finalizing the design of Optimus version 3. And that really is going to be a very remarkable robot. It will have essentially the manual dexterity of a human, so meaning a very complex hand.
Instead of being programmed line by line like traditional machines, the Tesla Optimus Gen 3 robot is trained more like a human. So what does that mean? It means that the robot observes, experiments, fails, and improves. So rather than engineers writing thousands of rules, Optimus uses end-to-end neural networks, similar to what powers Tesla Autopilot, to process raw inputs like camera vision, joint feedback, and force sensors. It turns that data directly into movement. Okay, but why does that actually matter in the real world? Look at traditional robots. Like the ones used by Ford Motor Company on assembly lines. They're insanely precise, but only in controlled environments. Change one variable, a misplaced part, a spill, or even lighting, and the whole system struggles. Optimus doesn't have that limitation because it learns from real-world data. It adapts, and in fact, it gets better with time. Uneven floor, it balances. Object slightly off, it adjusts its grip. So, how does this look when it comes to our day-to-day lives? Imagine a robot that can sort groceries, assist in warehouses, or even help around the house without needing custom programming for every single task. That's the bigger play. Optimus Gen 3 is designed as a general-purpose humanoid, meaning one system can handle multiple roles. With onboard AI compute, real-time vision processing, and human-like dexterity thanks to advanced hand actuators, it's built to operate in environments designed for humans, not factories. So, how does this thing actually learn? Like, what's happening under the hood? At its core, Tesla Optimus Gen 3 watches humans perform tasks, then practices them over and over until it gets better. And this isn't happening on a basic system. It's powered by massive datasets collected from Tesla's camera-equipped vehicles and processed using the Tesla Dojo, which is designed specifically to train large-scale neural networks. So instead of a brain full of scripts, Optimus runs on transformer-based models that take in raw visual data from high-resolution stereo cameras, combine it with sensor feedback, like force and balance, and output actions in real time. It's essentially predicting what to do next based on what it sees, just like a human would. But what does that actually look like in real life? Think about it this way. You're in your garage in Texas, changing a tire. Optimus is standing there watching. You go through the process once, loosen the lug nuts, jack up the car, and swap the tire. That's all it needs. The robot maps that sequence into its neural network, then runs thousands of simulations internally before attempting it physically. It improves based on metrics like efficiency, accuracy, and error reduction. This is reinforcement learning in action. Trial, feedback, refinement. Which brings us to the obvious question: what makes this different from older robots that we've seen before? Take Boston Dynamics Atlas. An incredible machine, but heavily pre-programmed. Engineers spend months tuning every movement, every jump, every flip. Optimus skips that entirely with a simple but powerful loop. Watch, learn, improve. It pulls in petabytes of video data, including human demonstrations and teleoperation feeds, and processes them using vision language models similar to Grok. The result? A unified system that doesn't think in steps, but in outcomes. See a cup on a table? It doesn't follow a script. It understands the goal. Pick it up smoothly without spilling. So, when we say Optimus learns, what does that actually break down into? With Tesla Optimus Gen 3, learning happens in two main ways: imitation learning and reinforcement learning. First, imitation. The robot watches humans perform tasks, like a worker sorting packages at a UPS facility, and mirrors those actions. Its haptic sensors measure pressure, texture, and weight, so it doesn't just copy movement. It understands how to handle objects. That's how it refines real-world skills. It learns the difference between gripping a cardboard box versus a fragile item, adjusting force dynamically through feedback loops between its sensors and neural network. But copying is just one step. How does it actually get better than what it sees? That's where reinforcement learning comes in. Optimus runs thousands of trials inside simulated environments, powered by Tesla's internal physics engine, often referred to as Optimus Gen. These simulations are hyper-realistic, modeling gravity, friction, and object behavior down to the fine detail.
You could tell it to do kind of a wide range of tasks. You can imagine like your own personal robot buddy that is a great friend, but also takes care of your house. We'll clean your house, we'll mow the lawn, we'll walk the dog, we'll teach your kids. We'll babysit, and we'll also enable the production of goods and services.
The robot earns rewards for doing tasks efficiently, like folding a shirt in 5 seconds instead of 20, and penalties for mistakes like dropping objects. Over time, its policy network evolves, similar to how AlphaGo mastered the game of Go through self-play. By Gen 3, Tesla claims learning speeds are up to 10 times faster, with real-world uptime reaching around 95% in factory testing at Giga Texas. Okay, but here's the crazy part. What happens after one robot learns something new? It doesn't stay isolated. Every Optimus unit logs its experiences to a shared cloud-based system. So if one robot in Fremont figures out how to avoid slipping on an oily floor, that knowledge gets distributed across the entire fleet instantly. It's like every robot is learning from every other robot in real time. To really get how big this shift is, you have to compare it to how robots used to work. Think back to early industrial machines like Humanoid, installed at General Motors in the 1960s. These robots were revolutionary, but also extremely rigid. Every movement was pre-programmed using fixed instructions. Engineers had to calculate joint angles using kinematics, basically solving equations where joint positions determine where the robotic arm ends up. That meant one thing: they were perfect at repetition, but terrible at change. If anything in the environment shifted, a new object, a different angle, you had to rewrite the code from scratch. Even advanced systems like Robonaut relied heavily on human control for unexpected situations. Now, what if a robot didn't follow instructions, but grew its skills like a child? That's exactly how Tesla Optimus Gen 3 is designed. Instead of rigid programming, it learns through observation, trial, and feedback, just like a kid figuring out how to vacuum for the first time. Technically, this is powered by a multimodal system. Optimus combines vision with high-speed RGB-D cameras running at around 120 frames per second, proprioception with dozens of joint encoders tracking movement, and touch with force torque sensors in its fingers. All of that feeds into a central AI model, a vision transformer trained on massive human datasets that encodes actions as patterns, not steps. But does that actually make it better or just different? Here's where it gets interesting. In Tesla's internal 2026 tests, Optimus learned tasks like block stacking in about 100 trials. Traditional programmed robots? Around 10,000 attempts. Put it on an uneven surface, and instead of failing, it compensates in real time using learned behavior combined with model predictive control. In factory pilots, like at Giga Nevada, Optimus handled vibrating conveyor systems with up to 99% plus accuracy, while traditional robots jammed far more often. So, what's the real brain behind Optimus? And why are people calling it a breakthrough? At the core of Tesla Optimus Gen 3 is something called a Large Behavior Model, or LBM. Think of it like the next evolution of AI systems, such as RT-2. Instead of just understanding language or images, this model understands actions. We're talking about a massive, approximately 500 billion parameter neural network trained on Tesla's Dojo V2, an exascale system built for exactly this kind of learning. What that enables is something wild: zero-shot generalization. Optimus can watch a video, say someone barbecuing ribs, and perform the task without explicit instructions. It refers to concepts like hot sauce equals careful grip, using patterns it has already learned. But if it's learning on its own, what keeps it from making dangerous mistakes? That's where safety layers come in. Tesla uses constrained reinforcement learning, basically setting boundaries while still allowing the robot to explore and improve. It's similar to how a child learns. They might touch something warm once, but quickly learn to avoid it. Optimus does the same, but faster and safer. This approach has already shown real impact. Early warehouse trials saw injury risks drop significantly because the robot could anticipate hazards instead of just reacting to them. Okay, but does this actually matter outside factories? Imagine this is a real American home, a farmhouse in the Midwest. You show Optimus how to handle basic chores, maybe even something like milking cows. It adapts. It learns animal behavior, adjusts to unpredictability, and improves over time, just like someone growing up on that farm. And economically, this flips roles. Instead of people coding robots, they train them. Reports suggest millions of jobs could shift this way, turning workers into instructors rather than operators. Sounds perfect, but where are the cracks? There are real challenges. Privacy is one, since learning often involves video data. Energy is another. Optimus runs on a battery system that supports hours of active work, but still needs efficiency improvements. And then there's the sim-to-real gap, where something learned in simulation doesn't perfectly translate to the physical world. Tesla tackles this with hardware-in-the-loop simulations, tightening that gap to 2% error. Plus, they use diverse datasets and human feedback loops to prevent biased or flawed learning, kind of like guiding a child to avoid bad habits. So, what would you actually trust Tesla Optimus Gen 3 with? Your chores? Your job? Or nothing at all? Drop it in the comments. And hey, if you're 100% human, hit subscribe. Our future selves will thank you. Next up, watch our handpicked Genie 3 deep dive, or roll the dice with what YouTube thinks you'll love.